Yo, what up, guys? Mr. Ross here, back from MER Starcast, back with another spectator game mode of my actual live League of Legends gameplay, which I just played about 30 minutes ago. I was going to record it live, and as you will notice, for a good, I think it was a good 15 minutes, our brand, who insta-locked mid as soon as we went into queue, was AFK the whole time. He does eventually come back, as you will see. But for a good 15 minutes he was AFK, so I decided that this game would not be worthwhile me recording it, because I could only imagine that we would lose. But as you will see as the game goes on, some interesting events kind of take place, and it really shows the effect how strong Renekton is. First time I played him since being back from Thailand, so I wasn't really expecting to do as well as I do in this game. But as you will see, it's a quite nice little fun gameplay, I think. We'll see. Anyway, nevertheless, I'm against Jarvan up top today. I really don't know what I think about Jarvan up top. I think he is kind of the jungle champion. Just more because he can use his Q nicely. I've never really played Jarvan, so I can't really say too much. But every time I've gone against him up top, I've never really struggled too much, to be honest. But whilst jungle, I always think he can be pretty nice and effective. This is the first time though I've actually had the spectator mode working on one of my gameplays when I've done it like this, so I don't know what I've done differently, but nevertheless I'm not going to complain, but we will be watching the majority of my game, but at least this way it allows us to float around a little bit if anything else kind of interesting does happen, or if my lane gets a little bit dull at some point. So nevertheless, we would have had a brand mid, but like I say, he's AFK, so we have a Fiddlesticks jungle who eventually will take the mid lane. Myself as Renekton up top, Master Yi and Misfortune bottom, you know, a bit different. Master Yi did want to go mid, but like I say, brand insta-locked mid, so hence why Master Yi's down bottom. They're going to be facing against a Pantheon and Caitlyn down bottom. Pretty interesting actually. Pantheon has his stuns and everything, which would be pretty nice. Kha'Zix jungle for them, Twisted Fate middle, and Jarvan top against myself. So we switch to my camera mode for the minute, and we'll see what old Mr. Big Russ can get up to. I'm wearing my space alligator suit on Renekton. Him and Nasus both have the same skin, space skin, which is pretty cool. So at the moment, really, I have no real kind of main killing way of. I can kind of just chop him down with my Q, which is pretty nice, but at the moment my main intention was just to kind of farm up. Like I said, I'm still rusty at League, and my early game was pretty weak. I've been finding a lot of my games, but I come back a lot stronger in late games. I just played a Rumble game, which I did pretty well, and I'm not sure if I uploaded it to my channel because it was a bit real rusty at the start against Singed. He kind of raped me, but I did kind of put my game face on and pull it back a little bit, and kind of I quite enjoyed Rumble come towards the end, but at the start I just kind of wasn't really focusing, I guess, and really had a rusty couple of 10 minutes, and thankfully Shen, our jungler, kind of helped me out a little bit, and it was cool. But anyway, this game, I've never really looked on any guides on how I should kind of build Renekton, let alone also his kind of skills. I do think that this game I do kind of rank up my Q first, and then maybe a mix between my W and my E, because I wasn't too sure which to actually go for. Q is nice because it's nice little damage, short cooldown, to be honest. At the moment it's at level 1, it's on a 7.7 second cooldown. It does get a lot lower than that. But yeah, so at the moment we're just kind of battling through. Jarvan has decided to take his Crystalline Flask, which I did notice, and because of that, you know, I knew I could be that little bit more aggressive. Obviously I have no damage kind of items, but that means he has no items at all, which will mean he's a little bit slow because he doesn't have boots. But to be honest, it's not much difference, you know. It will give him that little bit more health regen, I guess, because he did pick up 3 pots as well on top of the flask. So oh, I'm lagging now. I don't know what's happening now. I think we're all back to normal. There is this soon. First blood has been picked up by Caitlyn and Master Yi, but I want to keep watching my lane for a little bit moment, because the first kill will come between us shortly, I believe, and it's very interesting. I want to kind of touch on the subject when it does happen. So after that, I don't think too much happens for a little while. But at the moment, really just kind of trading with him. Health pot wise, I have actually just burnt down to my last health pot now. If we look at Jarvan, we click on Jarvan. He's at the bottom. he has used all his flasks. Oh no, he hasn't. I don't know. It doesn't say how many. Oh, there it does at the top. He has one flask left, along with one health pot. So he does that. Will give him a bit of nice regen over myself. So he is hunting me down. I was just hoping that he would decide to battle me when it comes to level 6, because obviously I'd be able to pop my ult and get like an additional 300 HP maybe. How much is a level 1? 300 health. So really kind of would turn the battle around, and obviously the sort of nice AP around him. And here he comes. For whatever reason, he decides to drop his ignite down on me and just try and turret dive me at level 5 without his ult. And I couldn't understand why he done it, because the case was, if he always got his ignite down me, as soon as a target started targeting him, and I was just going to pop my W and stun him, and there was nothing he could do. So I felt pretty comfortable there that I was always going to pick up that kill. And from that kind of, obviously something like that, a mistake like that, which was completely unneeded by Jarvan, lost him. He didn't even get the kill from it. He got the death. It gives me the kill, allows me to go back, and I think I might buy a longsword or something now. I can't remember what kind of route. Oh no, I went for the giant spout. I did have enough gold by the 6 minutes mark to get my giant spout, which is massive. You know, I can go back at 6 minutes and just go and afford it by giant spout, which is 380 health. And then you chuck my ulti on top of it. That's the 680 health bonus when it comes to battle him next, really. Along with 2 sight wards and a nerf 4 health pots, just to keep me in laying on that for a little bit longer. Because Ziggs hasn't really made his presence up top yet. I think Fiddlesticks was doing quite well against Twisted Fate in middle. You see by the farm, Fiddlesticks is a little bit ahead. But Twisted Fate has just backed and got his Blasting Wand. Whilst Jarvan had back now, and he's only gone and got his Ruby Crystal, so that's half the HP that I've just bought. But obviously he has got a long sword for himself, but I wasn't really too fussed about that. It's not really a massive deal for me. It's all easily come back around. So at the moment, really, I'm quite pushed forward. I'm just, you know, I felt that I really needed to kind of get his turret down quickly, but obviously with him there, you know, I couldn't just stand there and auto attack it at the moment, because I'd probably end up dying. So with Brand out of the game, I just knew, or we had to pretty much try and win the game as fast as possible and get these kind of global objectives like the turrets. I'm going to switch to direct camera for a moment, because it's the first time I've actually had a game myself where I've been able to watch the other players, so it'll be interesting to see what else is going on. That's you, a nice little alpha strike there, but taking a little bit of damage. Back up the top, because that's where all the action is at. Yeah, but nothing really happening too much. I'm not sure when my next actual kill comes over him, but hopefully we won't miss that. But because of this, we can rewind the actual gameplay pretty easily anyway. So we actually switched to gold. Oh, we are diving in on him, just trying to really kind of wound him down a little bit. I found what was quite nice against Jarvan was I could always E through a minion to get to him, then stun him, then Q him, then just E back through him to get away, which is a nice amount of damage. And it looks like we are going to be trading a little bit here. We both do have our ults up. My Ignite, both our Ignites are going to pretty much come at the same time, as we both used them when he turret dived me. So let's see. I think I'm just really... Oh, we do. Go back up top. We have the action again up top. Screw bottom. No, go back up top. Go back up top. God damn it, where's me? Renekton, where's Renekton? Go Renekton, motherfucker. Here we go. We're here. We kind of missed that a little bit. I ain't gonna rewind that. That kind of was a little bit annoying. Where I want to go back to about 8:30. Here we go. So I noticed Kha'Zix is coming, Fiddlesticks come up luckily at the same time, and Fiddlesticks obviously had his ult up, so I was trying to bait something out. They both decide to dive on me. Jarvan will pop his ult on me, so I'm locked in there, able to pop my ult, making me nice and tanky, and Fiddlesticks obviously does come in with his massive AoE, and there was no chance of them ever surviving that. So one apiece for me and Fiddles. It will help him. Obviously he's trying to balance the jungle and mid lane between them, so a kill for himself will be nice, and that will be my second kill of the game now, so really put me in a nice sort of strong position, really, I would say. I'm trying to do a little bit of free damage on the turret when I can, but take a couple too many tower hits, which will always going to eventually set me back. But whilst Jarvan is down, I really felt that I just needed to keep chopping away at this turret. And you can see here, Twisted Fate does decide to actually teleport in on me. He doesn't have his stun card, which was a bit of a fail then, really, to be honest. Then he had his red card. Fiddlesticks lucky comes back. I knew this. So I chuck my Ignite down him. Fiddlesticks pops his spear along with his heal and does pick up the kill then. So it would have been nice again for myself to get the kill then. But, you know, again, like I say, gets put onto Fiddle. They're both on 2 kills each, and we kind of need the kills shared between us. As Fiddlesticks is going to be kind of roaming about, I think the kills on him are quite beneficial. You can see he's trying to go into an early Zhonya's Hourglass by looks from his build, along with his Doran's ring he has. I guess that's for that little bit of sustain, and also his Sorcerer's Shoes. Whilst myself now, originally on my Giant's Bout and just boots, I've been able to afford a Vampiric Scepter, which could give me that little bit more attack damage and lifesteal against Jarvan, along with Regrowth Pendant or Rejuvenant Beads, just to give me that little bit more health regen, a couple more pots and another 2 wards, just to keep myself all tidy, because with Fiddlesticks you can see on the mini-map, where we're watching myself mostly, you can't really see it too much, but you see on the mini-map he's trying to roam around as much as he possibly can, because to be honest, Twisted Fate hasn't really caused any problems whatsoever. That kill on him is only going to knock him back, and his farm is even lower than Fiddlesticks, even the fact that he is roaming about like he is. I believe there's a couple kills do come down bottom actually, very shortly. If we go to our direct camera, we may see something happen. I'm pretty sure I remember seeing a load of kills come up. It looks like Fiddlesticks does have his ulti up, and he is going to pop it down. Pantheon decided to try and dive in under the turret there, and that will be another kill for Fiddlesticks, and unfortunately Caitlyn does get killed by the turret there. A bit unfortunate, but nevertheless, a nice little engage, nice idea by Fiddlesticks, so that will put him up on 3 kills. He's been building a Doran's ring. I can see why he's kind of doing it. He kind of just wants to be that stronger, have that kind of early, strong early game that we need, and that's what we're kind of after, is we're trying to rush this game to finish it as fast as we can. Twisted Fate does decide to make his way up middle. I don't know if yeah, just as I placed my ward down, I actually spotted him coming up there, so I try and scare him off a little bit, even though we are watching bottom at the moment, but nothing does happen. I know that he's there and he knows that I'm there, so the fact that he would have had a yellow card up anyway, I would have never really been able to done too much without getting stunned in my face, so it wasn't really worth trying to go after him. So at the moment, 2 kills still just trying to chop Jarvan down as much as possible. You know, I have been pretty aggressive this lane, so my lane's been quite far pushed under his turret, which I do have a habit of doing. I do go quite aggressive, but in that kind of sense, with that aggression, it means that I can't really just jump on Jarvan like I'd like to, because he's under his turret and the damage from the turret would be too much, and eventually it would only kind of really turn the battle in his way. A couple last hits I am missing, 65, which is the highest in the game at the moment, so I guess not too bad, but certainly could be a lot bit better. It's something I'm still quite rusty on since coming back from Thailand. Is my last hits. You can see here Kha'Zix does decide to come up here, but thanks to my E and then the double spin from E, because I went through him, it means I can get away from nicely enough. Do put my ult down here because they do come after me. I do have my flash up, and against once again they decide to turret dive me, and I know with both of them it's not a good situation. Luckily my stun comes up just in time, enough to kill the Kha'Zixy boy there. I couldn't believe it. I thought I was a dead man because my stun was on cooldown. And Fiddlesticks is coming up. You can see, you can't really see, you might just be able to cut there. He's caught Jarvan in there, and used my E in there just to really I kind of wanted the kill. I could have let Fiddlesticks have it, but I kind of really wanted it, especially after they both just turret dived me and I was able to survive it. So I thought I needed the kind of additional kill just to mean that I could get to that Sunfire Cape quickly and really just kind of wreck my lane as much as possible now. You know, with 4 kills over Jarvan in that top lane, there's not much I can do. If you look at our items, he's only got a Phage compared to my Giant's Bout, my Chain Vest, along with my Cloth Armor, Boots now, and my Vampiric Scepter. So really looking like a force to be reckoned with. And even without Brand, you have to remember Brand is still AFK come the 13-minute mark. We are currently 1 gold 1,000 gold behind, obviously, where they've got that player advantage, but considering they have a player advantage, to be 1,000 gold down is not bad at all. With 9 kills to 5 going our way in a turret each, so I don't think Dragon has actually been secured there. It looks like Misfortune is currently battling on the down bottom. If I switch to my direct camera mode, if I remember what my buttons are, D and E, I'm pretty sure I'm E. Yeah, I'm E. I'll just remember that. That's something I have to remember for next time. Make my life a lot easier instead of panicking trying to find my where my name is. I'm gonna see what else is happening around the board, because it was I thought it was a pretty interesting game. There was some cool little plays elsewhere which I kind of noticed which did happen when I was flicking through when Jarvan wasn't actually in my lane. But Dragon is still up. I don't think anyone has actually secured Dragon at this point in time, and I'm really just trying to farm up and keep my try and knock as much damage onto the turret as possible. And you see there, that must have, I don't know what, I think Fiddlestick completely missed his ulti. And because of that, Yi and Fiddlestick completely left Misfortune alone, and Pantheon anyway is just going to jump on something like Misfortune and shred them in half. And you can see he does actually have 5 kills for himself, Caitlyn having 1, so the majority of kills is on Pantheon, so he is looking nice and strong. You see Twisted Fate is going to be coming up to myself. We switch myself over here. No, not. He's changed. I don't know. He's thinking about it. He is thinking about it. I think he does actually come up in lane, but I have been constantly warding it purely because of the fact I knew that Twisted Fate would be showing his face sometimes, along with Kha'Zix, and top lane I will constantly always ward, and I think it's very important. Well, I think every lane is important to ward, but mid lane I tend to not have such a much habit of warding it because I never feel to really get ganked too much in mid lane. But that's just kind of personal preference. And a nice ult in by Pantheon, and even with Fiddlestick's heal, he's never going to be able to survive the beat. Another stun from Pantheon and a Kha'Zix and a Twisted Fate following, just about to follow that up as well. So there wasn't too much he could have done there. But that is what kind of happens when you have that kind of numbers advantage over you, unfortunately, and there's not much we can do about it. As it's now come up to 16 minutes and Brand is still currently AFK, so it was certainly a long time. If we switch, just have a look, switch back up to top lane and see what is going on. I've now finally hit 100 CS, so that is 20, or their highest is Jarvan on 75, so 25 CS difference, which is the equivalent of a kill, so it's pretty much the equivalent of me sitting on 5 kills over Jarvan now, which certainly cannot feel good for him. He's finally actually got some completed boots now, a bit of cloth armor, but that armor's not really going to stop me from shredding him down too much. See that they are trying to dive Misfortune. She did actually pop a barrier to keep her alive. Master, he is going to be chasing down Kha'Zix. The Ignite has gone on down on them, because the slow from Kha'Zix and the stun from Pantheon is going to be enough to stop Yi, but he is healing through it like a true champion. APE does. He is healing through all that damage, but his flash is going to have to be popped. But nice ult in by Fiddlesticks, and I believe there will be an Twisted Fate actually picked up his first kill there, but a double kill by not Twisted Fate, by Fiddlesticks, very nice. I did actually decide, I saw they were all low and decided to try and make something happen down here, but as you can see, Caitlyn quite easily saw me coming, and even with shredding through the minions to get a little bit closer to her, she did actually use her little net to fling her back anyway, and also the slow on myself, so not the end of the world. I think I'm going to focus on myself now. I'm pretty sure something does go down here. I noticed that Jarvan is making his way down into mid. I'm pinging this. Misfortune still decides to stay there. Obviously, Kha'Zix, I don't know why you backed over Jarvan. I don't think Jarvan knew I was there unless they were trying to bait me into it. Notice that Fiddlesticks is battling with Jarvan, but Kha'Zix is on Misfortune, as I want to make sure that Misfortune didn't die. She was the much more important than that. Kind of went a bit overkill, popping Ignite along with my ult and the stun on him, or plus my flash, so I burnt everything to make that kill happen, but I just wanted to get nice and fed, so for me it was certainly worth it to have that kill. Where am I now? I'm making my way back up top lane actually, so nothing too interesting. I didn't realise what happened there. Just wanted to clear the farm, and obviously against whilst Jarvan is dead, try and push that turret as much as I can, because we need the 150 gold, the global 150 gold, plus the having it down allow me to roam around a bit more freely. And you can see by the 18-minute mark now that Brand has finally come back. There is Brand at level 1 against his level 11 Twisted Fate mid. So he's 10 levels behind, but somehow from all the gold that has been secured, 2 turrets have been secured for herself. No dragons, I don't think, but the amount of gold he must have been collecting just from sitting AFK is quite amazing, considering that he's been able to buy boots, a needlessly large rod, and sapphire crystal, which is pretty interesting to see. Finally able to kill their top turret. It's been a long time in the waiting, but that will be a nice bit of gold for everyone, and will finally actually give us the 1k gold advantage over the enemy team, and that's what we've been actually after. And you can see here, I think I may get messed up here. I didn't realise Kha'Zix was coming because he actually used his ult to stealth in there, get trapped in by Jarvan's ult, and obviously the stun from Pantheon as well will be the shutdown on me, giving Pantheon his 7th kill of the game and a 500 gold bounty for killing me. So kind of overstayed my welcome, but I didn't realise they were all kind of coming up. But not to worry, these things happen. There wasn't too much I could have done about it. I did actually fail my second E. I kind of it kind of just went straight into that wall there, but I would have never got away from that anyway with that. After using my flash to try and jump out of Jarvan's ult. But not to worry, it means that I can actually get my Sunfire Cape now, which will now give me a nice sort of AoE damage along with my ulti as well. So certainly going to be looking in a strong position, and also picked up a pickaxe for that, a bit of additional attack damage. So, and free wards as well. I thought, where I was just roaming about, wards are very important in this game, and this is it. This is one part I want to really pick on. I could not believe this. There was all 5 at their team here. Where am I? I need to watch me. I jump in here, not thinking what's gonna happen, popping my ult down, and it just goes down. I couldn't believe it. I was getting my health real kind of chugged down. Next thing I know, Yi Alpha strikes in there. Bram pops a little move. Yi does die, and I think after it all, I do end up picking a triple kill from this, slicing them all up. And that was a nice little ace just from completely jumping in there with an not expecting it. I'm going to actually rewind back on this. I thought it was a cool little play, so I want to. Can we backspace? It says backspace. Oh, backspace. Not space. Alright, one more. Alright, here we go. Let's turn off this scoreboard quickly. I want to have a quick little gander at it from the actual view without the scoreboard on. Alright, here we go. We're coming in there, see what's going down. I knew that I just had to kind of push the turret. I just wanted to kind of really scare them off more than anything. I kind of really could have stayed in there for a bit longer, but I saw the amount of damage I was taking, so I kind of actually backed off a little bit. But Yi's Alpha Strike was pretty damn crazy, even though they did kill him thanks to Pantheon's stun. But the AoE damage from my ult, plus the Sunfire Cape, and then just the slicing of my E, W and Q, they were never getting away. So a nice triple kill for myself, and a brilliant ace for the team, which does put us 17-11 up on them. Along with that, a 2k gold advantage almost going our way now as well. So certainly looking in a very kind of strong position. If we look at myself, 8 kills now to the 1 death and 4 assists. Phil6 now got 5 kills. Even Brand's got a kill and 3 assists for himself after that ace there. Phil6 does have his hourglass, so he's going to be able to just pop that if he decides to jump in with his ultimate at any point. Along with that, Master Yi does have a Lynchbane now, so his auto attacks are going to certainly be looking quite strong. Whilst our counterparts, again, Jarvan's still not really on anything, and he's finally afforded a giant spout now and a chain vest, so he's pretty far behind considering my items. Where you can see I've just actually bought the Hydra now for that. Able to just me to farm down minion waves a lot quicker, and also nice sort of lifesteal and health regen from it all. Phil6 unfortunately did kind of get caught out there. He is trying to heal for it as much as he can, but Pantheon, who is sitting on 11 kills now, is looking pretty strong. Luckily for Brand, I think he will get actually picked away here. A triple kill going to Pantheon's 12th kill of the game now. Out of the 14 kills, he has 12. I have a feeling Misfortune will pick up. Yeah, she does does pop her all the way down on there to get the double kills. So luckily for us, all the kills are sitting on Pantheon, which kind of means as soon as he's shut down, they have nothing. Do ping for Dragon. We need much kind of global gold as we can kind of get, especially to help Brand try and get the items he needs, as he has currently up to level 9, so he's only 2 levels behind their lowest, which is Kha'Zix, so he's not done too bad for himself catching up. So yeah, it's looking alright for him, 3 turrets each. But yeah, like I was saying, if we look at our counterparts, Twisted Fate, he's got his almost got into his death cap. He's gone for the Catalyst Protector, which is quite interesting to see on Twisted Fate. I don't know, I can't imagine him complete his Rod of Ages anything. It'd be much better for him to complete his death cap than a Sheen or something, but his choice. It looks like Zix maybe possibly building into a Trinity Force has no complete item at all whatsoever. Or you can see that 0 kills and 5 deaths, not really going his way. Whilst Pantheon does have his Frozen Mallet, sorry, along with his Hex Drinker, a Pickaxe and a Brutalizer, so I got a couple items, and Caitlyn really got nothing complete. She's almost completed her actually Infinity Edge here. Let's have a look at myself. I think we're making a nice play here. I know they're all there. This bush was actually warded, hence why I walked it in there. Pop my ulti down there again, just and that. I am so tanky at the moment, and they really do no kind of damage to me. After initial sort of 5 seconds of burst con, they really do nothing after that. And again, a nice ult by old Fiddlesticks, and I believe I pick up myself a double kill there. And I believe that is an ace, all thanks to myself just jumping in there and being the Renekton that you should be, just hacking and slicing and mounting people's faces. So that does put me on 10 kills now, the 1 death and 7 assists, and I believe they have called in the surrender vote now. It was all a bit too much for them, unfortunately. So yeah, first game was Renekton back from Thailand. Last game I played with Renekton was when I uploaded that to YouTube, which I think might have been the start of the year or something. It was quite a while ago, to be honest. So I think I will be giving it a bit more a go, you know. I don't know, he has his, you know, come the sort of team fights there, it kind of really worked quite nicely. But I'll give him a couple more games and see how I kind of feel with him. But he does have his stun and his Q and his ult, which, you know, can really kind of slice people down, as you saw on Jarvan there. Finish with 10, so to finish on 10 kills, 1 death and 7 assists. We have Brand, who was AFK for 18 minutes. I thought it was a pretty good result, considering he was only there for 6 minutes. It was all happy days. Doing me as well, my old little old school phone now. But nevertheless, let's have a look at a quick rundown of the goal before we shut this all off. I finished on 10 grand, whilst Jarvan was just coming up to 6 grand, so a 4 grand difference. That is literally, no, that's a Warmogs pretty much there, and a plus of Vampire Spectator almost. Whilst Brand, did he even beat anyone on gold? Considering him and Kha'Zix is their jungler, so comparing him to Twisted Fate, he was only a grand behind Twisted Fate, so considering he would have had no farm whatsoever, not bad going really. Our misfortune, our carries were pretty much actually similar, whilst their supports, Pantheon obviously did get all the kills for himself, so sitting on almost 9 grand, so myself having the most out of gold in the pocket, so it was a happy result. I was very happy with that, you know. It was nice overall gameplay. To get 10 kills like that was pretty nice, and it was good fun. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. I certainly did anyway. So, but yeah, if you got any little tips to play Renekton, as I say, I still really haven't got an item build down for him, or actual the kind of right sort of sequence and moves to go for. So if you have any kind of different variations to how you play Renekton, I'd like to hear it. I'm always open to new ideas. But nevertheless, hope you guys enjoyed and have a good day. Peace.